Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Recently, I asked a question to a group of friends. What's the difference between growth and change? And after everybody gave their answer, the consensus conclusion was that change is subjective. It can be good or bad depending on who you ask and depending on what you're doing. But growth, objectively, is always a good thing. It's never a bad thing to grow. Illinois and other states recently have issued lockdowns due to the coronavirus pandemic. And the purpose of these lockdowns is to stop the spread of the virus and try to limit it so that health officials can figure out a way to scale it back and ultimately vaccinate it. But as entrepreneurs and dream chasers, social distancing is something that we should always practice. Before this pandemic, we should have been practicing it. During this pandemic and after this pandemic is long gone, we need to continue to practice social distancing. Because you realize the deeper you go when it comes to building out your dreams, more and more people are going to be distanced from you naturally because they can't pour into you. Even if you pour into them, even if you inspire them, motivate them, educate them, they can't do the same for you. They're not going to educate you. They're not going to inspire you. They're not going to motivate you. Some may have malicious reasons for it. Some, it may be unintentional. But nevertheless, you have to practice social distancing from them. Because you cannot grow if people are not watering your seeds. You cannot grow if people are constantly putting shade over you. You cannot grow if people are constantly taking from you, but they're not giving anything back. You can't grow if people have a ceiling over your head. So in order to continue to build out your dreams, to build your business, to accomplish your goals, you have to practice social distancing and put yourself around people that think like you. People that can educate you while you educate them. People that can inspire you while you inspire them. People that can motivate you while you motivate them. It's a two-way street. It's not a dead end. That's the only true way you're going to constantly grow and become the person you become. And some people will say you changed because that's subjective. Because they don't understand that what you're doing is necessary. Because they haven't done anything remotely to what you're doing. So in their eyes, you've changed. In their eyes, you're phony. You're fake. You don't come around anymore. But they fail to realize the reason you don't come around anymore is because nothing benefits you when you come around. It's okay to be social. It's okay to have fun. You should. Life is short. You only have one life. But when you focus on things that don't matter more than things that do matter, which is family, happiness, serving others, providing an impact, these are things that matter. Going out to the club every weekend don't matter anymore. Partying don't matter anymore. It's good to do it every once in a while, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's not our life. It's not the epicenter of our joy. Because we moved on to bigger and better things. We understand that we're here for a purpose. And that purpose is what brings us joy. Not pouring up, not drinking, not staying out till 5 a.m. Social distancing is distancing ourselves from people and from things that do not lift us up, that do not bring us closer to the sun, that do not put nutrients into our spirits and our minds so that we can continue to become the person that we know we can become. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very short, very brief. Social distancing is necessary for every entrepreneur and everybody who has a dream. And don't worry about people calling you fake, people calling you phony, people saying this and that, because it's subjective. They don't understand what growth really is. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Never stop growing. Never stop educating. Never stop inspiring. Never stop motivating others. And continue to make sure that those others do the same for you in the process. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.